Talk radio star Michael Savage is pursuing felony hate crime charges arising from his political views after he was left bloodied and shaken in a public assault. And I'll read you a little of this and then offer some commentary. On the day he launched his new book about the fierce, sometimes violent opposition to Donald Trump, radio talk show host Michael Savage was assaulted by a stranger at a San Francisco Bay Area restaurant. Now, Savage was there with his dog Teddy, who was a poodle, was finishing up dinner Tuesday night at Servino Restaurant in Tiburon, California, north of San Francisco, when the unnamed assailant charged up to him and began yelling. And this was reported by local media blogger Rich Lieberman. The attacker kicked the poodle out of the way, grabbed Michael Savage, and threw him to the ground, according to an eyewitness. Now, Michael was not seriously hurt, but the incident left him bloodied and shaken, according to Lieberman. And Savage's attorney, Dan Horowitz, is going to seek criminal charges. To quote him, "We're going to seek felony charges against the man, and we're going to investigate this as a hate crime because of Michael's political views." And again, Savage says he was leaving the restaurant when a total stranger followed him out and confronted him. The man said, "Are you Michael Wiener?" mocking the radio host's legal name, Wiener. And Savage turned to him and said, "Go away. I don't know who you are." And then that's when this man evidently pushed him and his 10-pound poodle. And of course, the attacker is claiming that Savage pushed first, but Savage says that the attacker has lied, that it could be absurd because both of his hands were holding on to things. And I suppose it would be hard to push someone if both of your hands are holding on to things. Now, folks, this is just, again, another sign of where we are as a society and culture here in America. Now, Michael Savage is a lightning rod, no doubt, but there is this move through the lunatic left right now being inspired and motivated by the deep state here within this nation and its lever pullers and financiers outside of this nation, like George Soros, for example. Anyone in Savage's position would have to be extra cautious in this climate that we're living in, whether you be Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, Michael Savage, Glenn Beck, whoever you may be. Any of us who don't share this satanic leftist lunatic view, we are potentially in danger. We have turned from God. We don't know Jesus as our salvation, so many of us here in this country. We have pushed God out of the picture. We're given into our own lusts, our own carnal desires, our own proclivity toward violence, and this is what you see happen when we are directed by the enemy. When we give in, we strike back. Now, there's always the concern that the right will strike back, and when the right strikes back, this could truly be the turning point in this nation's history when it all goes down. Now, we have crossed the Rubicon in America. There is the chant and the hashtag and the belief of making America great again, but I can't help but believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we have crossed the Rubicon. We are in the end of days. Not only for America, but this world. Things are changing here. And you will see, unfortunately, more violence. This violence will escalate. I'm not saying this in order to prompt it. I'm just pointing it out to you. You probably already know this if you are a watcher of world events. I'm glad to hear that Michael is okay. But we all need to be careful in this climate. Folks, you need to accept Jesus as your Savior and Lord. You need that perfect peace that transcends all understanding. We need that perfect peace now more than ever, but that perfect peace is our eternity. That salvation is our eternity through the blood of Christ. We are in a very perilous and precarious time here, and this is not to be taken lightly. We need to all be aware and be watchful. I'll leave a link to this, folks, so you can read the whole thing in its entirety. Please hit the subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you feel so led, check out the links to my books and music. I am Jim. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.